Hey, Jason.
Sir.
You like M&M's, correct?
I'm okay with them. I try not to eat them much anymore.
No? Do you like peanut butter and jellies? Like
Yeah.
Uncrustables?
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
This is a peanut butter and jelly M&M.
Very
Peanut
cool.
butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time.
They're not as bad as you think.
Which means they're also not as good as you think.
Right.
No. Everybody who's tried them is either like, those suck, or, oh, those are pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sure I would like them, but as I said, I try not to eat M&Ms at all anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for you.
Oh.
Oh, hi.
Hi. You do realize we're recording.
Uh-huh. And I also know that we have an editor.
I heard she's pretty amazing.
Yeah, she's all right.
Yeah.
Well,
please stop banging the microphone.
I didn't bang it. I just moved it. Why am I yellow? Does that fix it? I'm still yellow.
You look fine to me.
You look fine to me, too. I mean, if you use a yellow man, maybe use Chinese.
I mean, that's just because I am fine.
You're not as fine as me.
Who's that? Born in the USA?
Dude, yes.
The yellow man?
Yeah. To go and kill the yellow man?
Right.
Let me just tell you, okay, so it's no secret we let the cat out of the bag, right? Me and Papa Monkey bought a new house and moved over the holidays and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when you buy a new house and then you're like, oh, I want to change this, or we need to do that, or this needs to be fixed, right? You generally try to do that before you like unpack and get all set up. Sure. Well, we all know I have a tiny bit of OCD and like can't stand it, right? So I've been unpacking boxes and trying to put stuff away. Well, today the demo and painter crew came in and I stayed in Girl NASA all day.
I was going to say, you mentioned that. You got like nervous or something? I don't know what you were talking about.
No, it's just like a complete wreck. Because everything I'd put away is now pushed to the center of the floor. And it's draped in plastic because they spent a large part of the day like demoing down some just really old, dated, what do you call it? It goes up top, crown molding. Mm-hmm. And Hayden has seen it, but like the center of the house, you know, has like a really tall roof. Yeah. And so they had to get all that stuff down. And apparently when they installed that really ugly crown molding, they did it over some really ugly wallpaper that they didn't bother to take down, like one of those border things. Ugh. Oh my God. It's just a hot mess out there. And
so did you know this house was going to need this much work when you bought it?
We knew it was going to need like some work. I mean, we got a deal in the house, right? Because it needed some stuff. And so,
we did too.
Yeah, it needs a lot of like wall patch repair. Certain areas of the roof need to have fresh knockdown on them. But they got a lot of stuff done today. They got the demo done today. They demoed up the front of the fireplace so we can do the feature wall. Yeah.
If anybody wants to give me a deal on a house, I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm dying.
Yeah, we bought our house knowing it would need a roof.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it was pretty awesome because we bought in March of 21, and there were tornado storms that came through very shortly after that.
Yeah.
And they tore through Fultondale, which is close to where we live. And because we were like kind of in that corridor, insurance paid for us to get a new roof, even though we didn't really have that much damage as a result.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty awesome. God was in that one.
Well, listen, before Hayden dies, can somebody roll the intro music to this show?
Please.
Thanks.
Get ready for unfiltered banter, laughs, and a barrel of fun. This is Monkeys Unfiltered.
Well, I rolled the intro music since y'all are both lame.
Right. So you said something about the Yellow Man earlier, and it reminded me of the Born in the USA song by Springsteen, which kind of goes along with the theme of today. I thought we could look at some songs that have maybe some questionable lyrics. Some might say unhinged lyrics.
Yeah.
So like if anybody just vibes with a song and never really listens to the actual lyrics of the song, what sometimes, especially when you get older and you look at songs that you used to like when you were younger and you go, oh my gosh,
Oh my God.
that's
Right.
what we were bopping along to, you know?
I think there's one really clear example for like my generation.
Well, look, I'm thinking about like when we used to go to middle school dances and like, oh, skeet, skeet, skeet. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah. I mean,
crazy stuff.
I knew what it was talking about back then.
Yeah. And the
I mean,
clean,
the dude goes on to say, the sweat drips down my
yeah.
balls. So, yeah.
After
skeet,
saying
skeet,
all
skeet,
these
skeet,
females
motherfucker.
crawl. That's the
Right.
clean version.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no good.
Anyways.
I look, I got so I sat down on Tuesday and was like I was stuck for hours looking at different songs and their lyrics and stuff. And I thought this would be so fun. I hope you guys were able to find some that you liked.
Yeah, I was telling Hayden before you hopped on, like I have a handful of them, and I purposely tried to find things that I was hoping maybe you guys didn't find too. So maybe we'll see.
So I'm trying to remember. There's a guy. I'm gonna look at this real quick. There's a guy who did like a reel or something like that, uh, talking about the song. What is it? It's on my list here. Oh, International Harvester by Craig Morgan. Are you thinking the same thing?
We love that song.
Uh,
International Harvester.
Hold on, I'm gonna try and pull this up because I want to give credit to this guy. Because
Look, 5 miles an hour.
yeah, well, the guy who did this breakdown on the beginning part of this song is what inspired me to do this. Hold on one second. Breakdown. I've seen this a couple of times, but I can't. Yeah, no, I can't find it. But anyways, so this guy like breaks down the first part of the song, and it starts off by saying, "I'm the son of a third generation farmer, and I've been married 10 years to the farmer's daughter."
Yeah, man.
And it's like,
Wow.
okay, wait a minute. There's the farmer. He's the character, right, that we know of. And then there's the guy, right? So he's the son of a third generation farmer. So the farmer is his dad, okay? Then he's also been married for 10 years to the farmer's daughter, which in reality would be his sister, right?
Yeah, man.
So I was like, huh?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Maybe
song
both
go
their
wild.
maybe both their dads are just farmers.
Well, so you would think that, right? But there's only the one farm. Listen, look Bigly, okay?
Look ahead.
So there's
China.
only the one character established, the farmer, and he's the
Right.
son of that third generation farmer.
Sure.
So then the farmer's daughter is his sister. I also thought it was funny later on in the beginning of the song. It says 3 miles of cars laying on their horns, falling on deaf ears of corn.
Nice.
I just thought it was silly.
Chugga-lugga-lugga 5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
All right.
The song is that, but that's that. I can't. I wish I could remember the guy's name who did that breakdown because it
So-
inspired the idea.
That song, we play Farming Simulator sometimes.
And you just
And
have
we
that
would-
song.
We would just be driving the harvester going chugga-lugga-lugga 5 miles an hour.
Wow. Y'all need a life. You play a farming simulator?
Or you're driving the tractor and it's like, she thinks my tractor's sexy.
Sexy.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. It's definitely a good one.
We're sorry in advance. We can't sing.
I'm not
Y'all
even gonna
can.
try.
I try every episode, so
Well, look, I don't know how copyright works or whatever. We're definitely not gonna play any of these, but I'm just gonna like kind of
Yeah,
read the lyrics.
we're
of
not
you
gonna
guys.
do that.
Yeah,
all right. Well, then let's do it.
cool. So what do
You
you
got
guys
one, Mom?
have?
I do have one. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I technically
So,
should go first.
well, no, you were given like the inspiration for the.
But that was on my list, so technically.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So Hayden, when you say there was a glaring one for your generation, who's the artist for that song?
Foster the People.
Oh, okay.
I have that song on here.
I purposely skipped that one because I figured you guys would get it. But so I used to jam to this song all the freaking time, right? And just never really paid attention to what he was saying. But the song "I Can't Feel My Face" by The Weeknd.
Yeah.
I can't feel my face when I'm with you.
Yeah.
But I love
So there is a line in the second verse that says, "I know she'll be the death of me. At least we'll both be numb." And this song is about drug addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you really get into the lyrics, you can start to see it when you start to read out the lyrics. But that specific line, starts talking about why he can't feel his face, right? But if you had any doubt that that's what that song was about, he did a follow-up song called "Reminder." It was in 2017, where there is a specific line in that song that says, "I just won a new award for a kid's show talking about a face numbing off of a bag of blow." So he's kind of like giving a nod that he won the like Nickelodeon, whatever that award is that Nickelodeon gives out. He's kind of like making a nod to the fact, dude, I wrote a song about my face being so numb after, snorting cocaine for the whole weekend or whatever. And they gave me an award for it. How awesome was that?
Yep.
Yeah. And I was just kind of like, wow. I guess I never really realized that's what it was about. But, he goes on, it says, "I know she'll be the death of me. At least we'll both be numb. And she'll always get the best of me. The worst is yet to come. All the misery was necessary when we're deep in love. I know this, girl, I know." So the girl in this song is the cocaine. Yeah. I found that one a little interesting because I do know I used to ride along and just bam.
Right. Well, and the thing is with like
when I'm with you,
really good music, it's easy to just bop to without even considering lyrics.
Well, and that's it, because it has like a really great track to it. It's really catchy. I mean, and who doesn't, especially songs that have repetitive lyrics. Like this one doesn't have a lot of diversity in the lyrics. It repeats the chorus a lot.
Yeah.
So you just kind of groove with it. But
well, I actually have one relating to that, but I'll let Hayden go first.
Hold on, I'm trying to look up the lyrics for it.
Oh, I like your little nickname there.
Cold as fuck, boy.
Boy.
So, the song "Dancing in the Moonlight"?
Yes.
Do you know that is actually about when the songwriter and his girlfriend were staying at a hotel and got attacked by a gang outside at night?
Whoa.
Wow, no, I did not know that.
Yeah. So, I don't know who originally did it, but what I have says the songwriter of "Dancing in the Moonlight" that was made famous by King Harvest had quite the story on the lyrics. He and his girlfriend were staying in St. Croix one night, and they were both savagely attacked by a street gang. He was badly beaten with baseball bats. She was, by the leader.
Right.
Yeah. Somehow they survived and got to a hospital. He wrote the lyrics while he was recovering, and they're essentially about if that night had happened in an alternate reality and it was a celebration and a wonderful experience as opposed to the harsh outcome.
Wow.
All right.
Well, what a way to like channel your emotions and your what's got to be like just anger and
definitely one way to cope with it.
Yeah. Huh. I didn't know that. I know that song. A couple people have done that song.
Dancing in the moonlight.
So you bringing that up though made me think of Neon Moon.
Oh, by Brooks and Dunn. I love that song.
And he's just getting drunk in the bar because he lost his woman or something.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Back, years and years ago when we used to line dance at a club there in Jackson, a country bar there in Jacksonville, there was a line dance of that song I used to love to do.
Oh, I bet.
I like Brooks and Dunn though.
A little honky tonk going on.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
So to touch on, Mom, you brought up the Weeknd song.
Don't touch on our mom.
Yeah, that's kind of awkward.
All right. So, Mom, you brought up the song "I Can't Feel My Face."
I can't feel my face.
You also might want to check out "Dancing in the Flames." It's relatively new, but like he talks about. So the chorus is, "I can't wait to see your face crash when we're switching lanes. My love's beyond the pain, but if I miss the break, we're dancing in the flames."
Oh.
So, like, literally talking about just getting in a car crash. And it's
Right.
okay, because we'll be together anyway. It doesn't matter. Like,
So I have a confession to make.
what?
I other than that one song, I couldn't tell you a single song that The Weeknd does. And the only reason that I knew that about the reference to the song in 2017 is because I researched it.
Yeah.
You've never heard that song where he's like, "I'm a motherfucking star boy."
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, can't say I have.
It's a journey.
Look, I got like crazy hair going on tonight.
So,
Woo.
Mom, your song touched on drug use. And that leads me to Mr. Brownstone by Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
So the song goes, "We've been dancing with Mr. Brownstone. He's been knocking. He won't leave me alone. No, no, no. He won't leave me alone. Wow. Now I get up around whenever. I used to get up on time. But that old man, he's a real MFer. Gonna kick him down the line. I used to do a little, but a little won't do it.
Do it.
So the little got more and more. I just kept trying to get a little better, said a little better than before." So he's just going down the wrong path with this drug use that is definitely about the heroin.
Yes, definitely about the heroin.
Which I think, like, especially in like cop shows, they call it brown, right?
I feel like there's a lot of songs about drug use.
Oh yeah,
I was ready to say, I feel like
million.
it's every other song.
It really is.
Yeah,
if not
probably.
every song for that matter.
Yeah.
Probably, because there was a song, and I think if I want to say it was late 80s, early 90s by the Black Crowes, and I love the Black Crowes, and I used to listen to this song on repeat. She Talks to Angels.
I love She Talks to Angels. I was just about to talk about that.
Right.
I'm too young for this.
So here's the thing. Let me pull my notes down, because this is one of the ones I told you guys before we started recording. I kind of went deep on some of these, especially the ones that I really, really like. And so, you know, when you say She Talks to Angels and you listen to the lyrics, you're like, oh, okay. So like she talks to God or she talks to angels, she's having some sort of experience. But when you really get into it, it's about a girl that's struggling with a drug addiction, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, she's really trying to navigate the disapproval that comes with that from her family, her friends, and the people around her. And as I was reading through the lyrics, it kind of struck me for the first time that the line where she talks about pulling the shades down tight is not just a literal, but a metaphorical statement. Like she's pulling the shades down to conceal who she really is and that she's a drug addict, but also to kind of like hide herself away so she doesn't have to deal with the ridicule. And then there's a line that goes on that says, when the pain comes, everything's all right. Like the needle injection is that sharp little pain, but within a matter of minutes, you know, she's flying and doesn't really care. But it just, you know, there's a lot of symbolism in that one where she talks about like the line about where she says she'll tell you she's an orphan. You know, again, it's like that disconnect from her family. Like she would rather say she's an orphan than have to face the fact of how she's disappointed and let her family down.
Right.
This song, I love this song so much. I mean, and there's where he talks about the lock of hair that she holds. It makes me think, you know, she keeps a lock of hair in her pocket. She wears a cross around her neck. Yes, the hair is from a little boy and the cross from someone she has not met yet. So to me, it's like, okay, her drug addiction has cost her possibly her child. And the cross is she's not she's not turned from her sin yet. Like she's not been redeemed yet through Jesus Christ. And I just, and so to say she talks to angels and have that kind of reference in it, it just, I don't know. I really got into this one. I did like a whole analysis on this song.
No, that's a good one. And that's one I'm actually guilty of just like, it's such a good song and he sings so well.
So well, yeah.
So yeah, it's just easy to just listen to and enjoy, but not ever catch the message. Concrete Angel is another one like that. It's about child abuse.
Yeah, it's about child abuse by Martina McBride. Yeah. Hayden, do you not know this song, She Talks to Angels? Oh, you should Google it.
Oh, it's a good one, dude.
Yeah, you should give it a listen when you get a chance.
I do have a song, though, that is along the lines of, like, I vibe to this song all the time, and literally 15 minutes ago just found out the meaning of it.
Okay.
Lovely.
Slide by the Goo Goo Dolls.
Ooh.
Why don't you slide?
Oh, maybe
you know
I don't
that song?
that one.
I don't. But Goo Goo Dolls.
It's about unplanned pregnancy and the subsequent abortion.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Wow.
So, could you whisper in my ear the things you want to feel? I'd give you anything to feel it coming. Do you wake up on your own and wonder where you are? You live with all your faults. I want to wake up where you are. I won't say anything at all, so why don't you slide? And then it goes through the chorus, whatever, and it's, don't you love the life you killed?
Oof.
The priest is on the phone. Your father hit the wall. Your ma disowned you. Don't suppose I'll ever know what it means to be a man. It's something I can't change. I'll live around it.
Wow. That's pretty deep.
Dang, dude.
But
yeah,
like,
I don't. I might not be.
It's just such like
song.
a mellow like song to just like, yeah, why don't you slide? Like,
right.
I don't know what he says 90% of the time. I just know that song when he's like slide, when he's doing the chorus.
Right.
Dude,
it's just a good song, and I was like, wow.
I'm so glad that you said you don't know what he says half the time. Because if anyone knows me, they know that my favorite rock band is Pearl Jam. And Eddie Vedder is impossible to understand in some of his songs.
I think Eddie puts like marbles and cotton in his mouth. And
it's funny.
It's like, what?
He did his ukulele songs tour at the Prime Osborne Center, and I wanted to go so bad, but I was in college with no money.
Oh. I saw him bona fide with Pearl Jam and the whole 9 yards. They were really good.
I've never seen that. I also lament the fact that I never got to see like Guns N' Roses in their heyday, because Axl Rose was a complete psychotic person.
Psycho.
Yeah, he used to like run up and down the stage and like jump all around and do all this extra stuff. Now, like, I don't know if you saw, but he's like big and fat now, and he tried to go out. He tried to run out to the middle of the stage, and he got about a sentence in before he ran out of breath.
Yeah.
Whereas he used to just run up and down the stage for 3 hours and be just fine.
Well, he was skinny.
Yeah, he was
young.
He was a little pencil man. All the drugs he was doing.
Well, that happens, and then being old and fat doesn't help the situation.
Yeah, certainly. But anyway, so back on Pearl Jam, the song that I pulled is "Last Kiss." I've loved this song for a long time, and I just don't know if anyone quite registers exactly what's going on here. So I couldn't stop, so I swerved to the right. I'll never forget the sound that night. The screaming tires, the busting glass, the painful scream that I heard last. Oh, where can my baby be? The Lord took her away from me. She's gone to heaven, so I got to be good, so I can see my baby when I leave this world. And then the next part of the song says, when I woke up, the rain was pouring down. There were people standing all around. Something warm flowing through my eyes. But somehow I found my baby that night. I lifted her head. She looked at me and said, hold me, darling, just a little while. I held her close. I kissed her our last. I found the love that I knew I had missed. And now she's gone, even though I hold her tight. I lost my love, my life that night. It's such a tragic song.
I know, but I mean, I've always thought that song was about a motor vehicle accident.
It is. That is exactly what it is. But it's so tragic. And then, like, I don't know, man. This is just another thing. It's like, I've always loved that song, but I don't think it registered with me for quite a while. Like, I learned a long time ago, but it didn't register with me for a long time. Quite how, like, dramatic and painful that song is. And like I explained earlier, same thing with Black.
And his voice is so cool in that particular song. His voice is so cool. The cry and the break on the end of his voice is just so awesome. Hayden, do you know that song?
Last Kiss?
We should talk about songs Hayden knows what they are.
Yeah,
we should.
So his voice is just made for those songs. Like, I don't think anyone could have done them as well as he did. Chris Cornell's another one that had a really, really, like, discernible voice like that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Hayden. So what's a song you do know?
I know a lot of songs. I just don't know those songs.
Okay. Well, what's one you do know?
And mine's actually a kid's song that, like, we would sing
Baby
as children.
Shark doo doo doo. Baby Shark.
What's that one about?
Like, at least we sung as children on the playground. Ring Around the Rosie.
Oh my God, that's about
the plague.
The plague.
Black plague, yeah. Ring Around the Rosie. Pockets full of posies. Yep.
Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Y'all sung that on the playground?
Yeah. You hold hands and you skip around in a circle and you go, ring around the rosy. It's also just
full of posies.
It's just a creepy song, like, sounding when kids
It's very creepy. Yeah.
Oh, it's very ominous for sure.
Like, I was expected in a horror movie.
Yeah. So it reminds me of that little girl, Hayden. Again, Rick and Morty. The episode where they go into the dreams. And they find the, like, Freddy Krueger knockoff guy. And she's just, like, jumping ropes singing.
I'm gonna get you, bitch.
Oh my God. So see, you don't know music, and then y'all start talking about TV shows or cartoons or whatever it is y'all talk about, video games, and I just go do 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 do.
Well, and to complete the circle, y'all can start talking about football, and then I'll zone out.
That's true. That's true. Because the Eagles play this weekend.
The Jaguars do not.
Do not. They do not. Hey, Hayden, look, I have a Funko Pop too.
Oh, it's Wonder Woman.
It is Wonder Woman.
Dude, but it's the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman.
Did you show Jason? Hey, you gave this to me.
I did?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I will show him, but I have Batman. You can't see, but then I have Daemon Targaryen, and then I have Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty, and then I've got these.
We saw Daemon Targaryen last episode.
These two that I still have to put on the wall, which is Dwight Schrute and Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
Then I've got this guy I got to put up. It's a bobblehead stormtrooper from A New Hope.
Very cool.
And then this one.
Check this one out. This one's really cool.
This one is also a bobblehead. But wait.
Very cool.
I love it.
You can't see it in my video feed, but on the other side of this room, I've got an entire wall of Funko Pops.
Oh, you sure do. You sure do. Not that Funko Pops didn't have anything to do with music. All right. Who knows what Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls is about?
Don't go chasing
waterfalls.
Fun fact.
Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to.
So, fun fact, I always thought they were talking about an individual. I thought they said, don't go Jason waterfalls.
Is it about cheating?
It's not.
Oh.
It's actually
It's a good guess, though.
Yeah, but it's actually a very... I mean, you could I think a lot of people often mistake it for some like sort of a love song, like don't go looking for other stuff when you have what, stick to what you have here because what you have is good. But what is actually a very radical, socially driven commentary about all of the things that the ladies in the group felt were the predominant afflictions of young Black men and women. So it's a social commentary about murder, drug abuse, and HIV.
There you
go. Because when you listen to it, you know, it starts out a lonely mother gazing out the window, staring at her son that she just can't touch. If at any time he's in a jam, she'll be by his side, but he doesn't realize he hurts her so much. But all the praying just ain't helping at all because he can't seem to keep himself out of trouble. He goes out and makes his money the best way he knows how. Another body laying cold in the gutter. Listen to me. So I mean, he's a drug dealer, and it's breaking his mother's heart, and you know he winds up, I guess, for lack of another word, becoming a gangbanger. I hear Bronco whining.
Yeah. His mom's home and he can't get to her.
Oh, okay. And then there's, so I know, right? But then there's another section in this song where it talks about little Precious has a natural obsession for temptation, but he just can't seem. She's given him love his body can't handle. But all he can say is, baby, it's good to me. One day he goes and takes a glimpse in the mirror and he doesn't recognize his own face. Gosh, Lee, I can't. Gosh,
reading is hard.
Reading is hard, so I was talking. His health is fading and he doesn't know why. 3 letters took him to his final resting place. Y'all don't hear me. So he has HIV, you know.
Word.
And as you each section of this song is about, you know, some other affliction for. I'm a competitor dog. I'm a competitor dog. I'm a competitor dog.
Him just got a bath the other day. I know he's huge now. Hey, buddy. I feel like he doubles in size every single day right now. Hi, boy.
Here, let me show y'all what I got. Come here, Finn. Come on, buddy. Come on. Okay, so we got a new addition too.
Yeah. Finito.
It's Finnegan. Finnegan was sheeping.
He's camera shy.
Finnegan is sheeping.
He's like, Mom, don't show. I don't want the people to see.
He would like to still be sleeping.
Oh,
like,
look at him.
Let me go so I can go sleep.
He's melting.
Okay.
Oh, him's ice cream.
There goes Finnegan. He's on the floor, knocked out.
Athena's probably sleeping on 10 pillows or something somewhere.
He's on drugs, by the way. Anyways, okay.
That's crazy. I never knew that song was about HIV. Wow.
Yeah, you didn't? Mm-mm. Oh, okay. Mm-mm. So this is another one I did kind of like a deeper dive on. So like when they talk about the lonely mother and her son, it's just, you know, the son's inability to escape trouble and the cyclical nature of the poverty and systemic issues that lead to individuals in desperate measures.
Yeah.
And then when they talk about don't go chasing the waterfalls, you know, it's like stick to the rivers and lakes that you're used to, or warning signs about overreaching or succumbing to temptation. You know, live within your means, stick to the things that you know. It's, I feel like it's just an acknowledgement or a nod to like how stubborn people can be. Oh, but I can do it. Oh, but it'll be different for me.
I don't have symptoms or whatever right now, you know?
Yeah, specifically when she has the line about, I know that you're going to have it your way or have nothing at all. Like you're just so stubborn that it doesn't matter. No matter that somebody's trying to warn you, you're just going to do what you want to do. And it's going to bite you in the butt.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we talked about the HIV and then, the rap section. I kind of, this kind of like stuck with me because, you know, Left Eye is the one that was killed in the car crash in Honduras, but you know, they called her Left Eye because she always wore the condom over her. I mean, if that's not a statement about social strife in the young Black community, but her little rap section is about addiction and crime and mental health struggles. You know, who's to blame for tooting cane into your vein, and then the system that got you victim to your own mind. talks about, the traps of social despair, and dreams are hopeless aspirations in hopes of coming true. You can lose faith in humanity, or you can lose faith in your surroundings when you get all caught up in, and I think people just do this. You get caught up in what you do or do not have in comparison to what someone else does or does not have. But I mean, as I got into the song, I didn't realize that it was this like much of a social statement until I really started reading the words and breaking them down. I was like, dang, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the job of art, is to like comment on the day and tell a story.
And I do think songs like this and writers, like you spoke about Springsteen earlier and Vedder. I mean, when they write these really songs that, are catchy and they become popular, and it's clear they're making some sort of statement. But then when you really get down into the words of them, I think it's just really a true art for someone to be able to, put their feelings or their social stance or something into the structure of a song that becomes so popular. Like everybody knows Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls. I mean, Hayden just started saying it when I said it. So.
Well, and let me tell you something. What's really stood out to me is reading these lyrics from a page. Like, just reading them, it's like, oh, these are kind of silly. Like, I don't know, like they don't rhyme, or whatever. You just read them and you're like, this doesn't make any sense. But then when you hear the song, you're like, this is amazing. So it takes a lot of talent to both write good lyrics and make them into like a captivating, catchy, stick in your ear song.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
I mean, I definitely think, good songwriting mimics poetry, and not all poetry rhymes, right?
No, for sure. And that was just whatever.
No, I know what you're saying, but I think people get hung up on, it doesn't rhyme, so it's not a poem.
So it must not be good, yeah.
Yeah, that's not true. But poem. I over enunciated for you guys because I know how much you like it when I say poem.
Over enunciated to the point that you put things in there that don't belong.
Poem.
Anyway. There's no I in that word.
Poem.
So
that would be pim.
POI.
Hayden's guess.
Be point.
Hayden's what?
Hayden's guess about what that song is about. He said it was about cheating.
Oh.
I do have a song that is about cheating, and you'll never guess what it is.
Well, I mean, there's 10 billion songs, so you're right. We won't.
It's
Hayden, unless you have a guess. I'm judging by his stoic blank stare. He does.
It's the Pina Colada song.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's definitely about cheating.
Yeah. So the whole thing is like there's a personals ad and he's reading it.
Pina coladas. Nice timing, dude. We didn't even plan that.
Ridiculous. So there's a personals ad he reads and he decides to respond to it even though he's like with his wife at the time. So toward the end of the song it says, "So I waited with high hopes and she walked in the place." Like he's responded to the personal and they're supposed to meet up. "So I waited with high hopes and she walked into the place. I knew her smile in an instant. I knew the curve of her face and it was my own lovely lady."
Lovely lady.
And she said,
it's each other with each other.
Yep.
Right.
She said, "Oh, it's you." And then we laughed for a moment, and I said, "I never knew that you liked pina coladas and getting caught in the rain, the feel of the ocean, the taste of champagne, making love at midnight in the dunes on the Cape. You're the lady I've looked for. Come with me and escape."
Me and let's escape. That song always struck me because when she walks in, he's like, "Oh, it was my own lovely lady," and we had a laugh. No, that's not what goes down.
You would not laugh. You'd start fighting.
That is not what goes down.
Somebody gets shot or stabbed. Nobody handles it that relaxed.
Nobody goes, "Oh my God, we're so alike. We're perfect for each other." Yeah, that was a really popular song when I was a kid. Dr. Hook.
I always think of Guardians of the Galaxy.
It is in that movie, isn't it? Yeah. But that's another one. As soon as you say it, everybody goes, "If you like pina coladas."
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever actively listened to that song.
Oh.
Because it's so annoying. I just turn it off.
It's a great
They
song.
they don't know the rest of the lyrics. It's like the one that Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton did, that then the Beckhams did like their Netflix thing and it got popular again. Islands in the Stream. Islands in the Stream. That is what we are. And then everybody's like, oh, I don't know what comes next, you know?
Yeah,
Or
I don't
like,
know that.
ain't no mountain high
High
enough.
enough.
Ain't
Ain't
no
no
valley
river
low.
low enough. Oh, I screwed it up.
Yeah.
Ain't no river wide enough.
Ain't no valley
That's the
low
third
enough
one.
to keep me from getting to you, babe.
There you go.
I have a song.
Okay.
A
I don't
lot of
believe you.
people actually think that this song has this like an alternative meaning, and it doesn't. So I'm actually kind of backwards here for what the topic is.
Oh, okay. Sounds like fun.
It's actually a Christmas song.
You're pulling a Saquon.
It's Baby It's Cold Outside, believe it or not, is not about RAPE.
Never was.
We're getting creepy.
Never was.
It's about it being cold outside.
Yeah.
Literally.
So, I don't know, stay and cuddle instead, since we just, you know, had a date.
Right.
Baby, it's cold.
Yeah. It's not creepy.
It's unbelievable, like how the internet will destroy things even if it has nothing to do with what they're talking about.
Yep. I could see how people would think that if they don't listen to the whole song.
Right. But like he's not even actually applying that much pressure. Like he's not forcing her to do anything, he's just making suggestions.
The only like move he makes is like, do you mind if I scooch a little closer?
Right. And what
he asked.
I was gonna say, and she could have just been like, no, I don't want that, and he'd have been like, oh, okay, song's over.
Like, right, end of song. Move along. Nothing to see here.
All right, well then actually get out.
Have fun in the snow, bitch.
Like, wait, bitch. You sound like Jesse.
Right.
Mr. White.
Yeah, science, bitch.
Look how big this man is.
I want him to stay puppy till I get there. Look at his face.
Look at his ear. It's inside out.
I know his ear's inside out.
They just do that. Like I can't. They don't stop.
I want him to stay puppy. I can't move because Finn just melted down to the ground and is now on top of my feet. I can't move. Yes.
He's so big
now. My dog has made a nest somewhere. Don't know where.
Look at him, face. Bronco, I'm coming to see you.
Bronco boy.
Okay, nobody cares about this on the podcast. Anyways.
Yeah, sorry, audio listeners, you don't get to look at that dog.
Yeah, you should go on Spotify or YouTube and look at that dog.
Exactly. That dog.
I'm gonna go pet that dog. Hey, so you guys might not know this song.
I haven't known half of them, so it's okay.
Right, you're definitely not going to know this one. Jason, do you know "Don't Fear the Reaper" by Blue Oyster Cult? Yeah,
yes, I do.
Jesus,
don't fear the Reaper. Yeah.
I mean, it's basically about what you think it's about, right? It's like a poetic meditation of life and death, and the enduring power of love, I guess. You know, because he talks about Romeo and Juliet and Valentine's being done.
Yep.
But the overarching theme is to don't fear the Reaper. But I think there's been a lot of speculation, like you just said, the internet blows things up, you know, about, oh, this is somebody trying to talk somebody into suicide. I don't really get that feeling. I mean, when they're saying, you know, don't fear the Reaper, I think they're just saying, make peace with where you are in life. And if it's your time, it's your time, you know, because he says seasons don't fear the Reaper, nor do the wind, the sun, or the rain. It's just, it's like the acceptance of where things, how life goes.
Right.
I mean, it is very, I guess you could, you know, sort of take it the other way, but I don't know. I feel like this is one of those songs that really is about what you think it's about, but not in the context that you think it is. Mm-hmm. It is about life and the end of life and death and passing from one season to the next. But I've never felt like it was the underhandedness of someone trying to coax someone else into suicide. But as I was researching it, it was amazing to me the amount of people on the internet that think that's what it's about. I used to love this song when I was younger, though.
It's mostly because the internet sucks.
Well, it's full of theory, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a bunch of people offering up their opinion, right?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the lyrics, all our times have come. here, but now they're gone. Seasons don't fear the reaper, nor do the winds, the sun, the rain. We can be like they are. I get where I guess you could think that was someone coaxing someone like, come on, you can do it. But I don't know.
Like a Romeo and Juliet even.
Well, and that's basically, he even references it in the song. It's like Valentine is done here, but now they're gone. Romeo and Juliet are together in eternity. 40,000 men and women every day, like Romeo and Juliet. 40,000 men and women every day redefine happiness. Another 40,000 coming every day. We can be like they are. Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper. Take my hand. I think when they get into the take my hand, don't fear the reaper, we'll be able to fly, don't fear the reaper. I could see where someone could make the conclusion that it was,
So for me, it's actually right opposite. Take my hand and don't fear the reaper means take the risk. Like, don't worry about, because you're not going to die.
See, that's what I
fine.
think. Yeah, that's what I think too. Or you could even put a deeper spin on it and just, what if this were like from God to his children? Like, take my hand and don't fear death, because this is not the end.
Right.
Love
that.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of, when I was younger, I never thought about it like that. But as I've gotten older and realized things in my life, it kind of hit me when I was doing the research on it. But it just blew me away, the amount of people on the internet. They're like, oh yeah, it's about trying to coax somebody into committing suicide. And I'm like, God, don't you people have anything else to do? The internet can really turn you off to humankind,
It can.
I think humans just turn me off to humankind.
Well, yeah,
I'm being
there's
honest.
that. Well, okay. All right, Hayden, give us a song.
Space Oddity by David Bowie?
Oh, yes. I do know that song. I do.
Ground Control to me.
Oh, that, yeah, okay.
Tom.
I didn't know that's what it was called.
Yeah.
To bring it full circle, it's about a drug overdose.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
When I was first exposed to that song?
Your ways.
Mr. Deeds, where they're in the helicopter.
Oh my gosh. That's a great song.
And then a super underrated movie that I think we should do a movie review of is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
That's a great movie.
I've not seen that.
It's got Ben Stiller in it. It's so good. Okay. It's like a serious Ben Stiller, and he's really good in it.
Yeah, when it first came out, I wasn't really sure how I felt about it. And, I toyed with going to see it at the movie theater, but then I waited until it came out on Netflix or wherever I watched it. And I was like, wow, this was actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I can either go back to death, or I can go back to cheating.
Let's do cheating.
Cheating? Okay. So
I feel like it's like the spin the wheel.
I know, right?
I'll take cheating for 200, Alex.
Okay, so let's go with the cheating. This is going to be well, now I've lost it. Hold on one second. Here it is. Papa Loved Mama by Garth Brooks.
Oh, yeah. That's actually, not only is it about cheating. Oh, no, I'm thinking of a different song.
All right.
Yeah, he gets pissed because she's cheating and drives his truck through the house.
Yeah, so Mama was a looker. Lord, how she shine. Papa was a good one, but the jealous kind. Papa loved Mama. Mama loved men. Mama's in the graveyard. Papa's in the pen.
Wow.
Yeah, so later on it says, well, it was bound to happen. One night it did. Papa came home and it was just us kids. He had a dozen roses and a bottle of wine. If he was looking to surprise us, he was doing fine. Yeah. I heard him cry for Mama up and down the hall. Then I heard a bottle break against the bedroom wall. That old diesel engine made an eerie sound when Papa fired it up and headed into town. Oh, the picture in the paper showed the scene real well. Papa's rig was buried in the local motel. The desk clerk said he saw it all real clear. He never hit the brakes, and he was shifting gears. He ran them right over.
No wonder that Tom Segura thinks Garth Brooks killed a bunch of people.
Dude, I know, right?
Oh my God.
But that's the thing. Garth Brooks writes, he and his writing partners write like such catchy songs like that. Mm-hmm. Like, because then there's that Call in Tulsa or what, but the other one that I was thinking I had confused when you said it is Thunder Rolls.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
It's about domestic violence.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Wow, because it says she's waiting by the window when he pulls in the drive. She rushes out to hold him, thankful he's alive. Mm-hmm. But on the wind and rain, a strange perfume blows. That's why when you said cheating, and the lightning flashes in her eyes, and he knows that she knows, and the thunder rolls, and they get into it, right?
So people dump on country music a lot, but then you realize, like, wow, these songs were actually really great.
So, okay, I'm one of those people who can't stand most, like 99% of country music, but like, it's because most songs are about beer, trucks, and women.
And what I mean,
it's the same song over.
The rest of these songs,
the rest
of these songs are about drugs, cheating, sex. I mean,
yeah.
So
Matthew made a good point one time. So he was talking about how like people were up in arms about WAP being the number 1 song, and then he's like, "Does nobody remember about when he sang about a hoochie coochie?"
Well, but okay, talking about country music, Alan Jackson sung about hoochie coochie.
That's
it's hotter than a hoochie way down yonder
on the Chattahoochee.
Hoochie, so, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. So, what exactly is a hoochie coochie?
Okay, so to be fair, though,
you know what
at least hoochie coochie is an implication, and it's not physically out there saying. Whereas, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj or whoever the fuck sang that song was just like, this is some wet ass pussy.
I know.
So also too, being hot is like a euphemism for gonorrhea also. So it's a hoochie, so likely has an STD, hotter than a hoochie coochie. Yeah. So.
Oh God.
It's even worse than you thought.
But I will say this. Because this is another one that I've seen in concert a couple times. Garth Brooks is a really good entertainer.
Yeah, sure.
And his songs are catchy. And, you know, what's the one? Everybody, I Got Friends in Low Places. Everybody freaking knows that song.
Dude, that's one where, like, the crowd sings.
Okay, and he's like, yes, I know that one.
No, I don't.
No,
I
figured he didn't.
What is wrong with you?
I don't like
I got friends in low places
where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases
my blues away.
It'll be
okay. I think that's the ending.
I got friends.
Please, God, don't copyright strike us. I know they didn't do a great job of, copying it exactly, but please.
Oh,
no, that's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. So one that I pulled that I thought might be on one of y'all's list, but that I realize you're not as cool as me, was Hotel California by the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
One of the
Hotel
California.
I love how he dogs on us for singing, and then he starts doing it.
I've done it for every song.
Yeah,
one of
that you've known.
The greatest songs of all time, right? Just awesome. But when I was researching this song, because it sounds like, oh, okay, yeah, I was, traveling across country and I went to this hotel and
got fucked up.
And yeah, right. And then that's what it sounds like. Oh, you got greeted with drugs and champagne and all. But then you start to think, well, maybe the dude really checked into an insane asylum, because it's like you can check in, but you can never check out. Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of speculation about what this song is about. But you got to love it when the writer tells you what the song is about.
Right.
So it was Don Henley, who was the former frontman, explained in a 2002 interview that this song really explores something much deeper than what everybody thinks it's about. He says it's basically a song about the dark underbelly of the American dream and about excess in America, which is something we knew a lot about. Because if you know anything about the Eagles, when they were touring back in the 70s, they raised a lot of hell. Tore up a lot of hotel rooms, trashed tour buses, the whole 9 yards. And so that's really what the song is about, because when they talk about you can check in and you never check out, it's more about the fact that once you subscribe to all of the vices of the world, it is hard to pull back from that. Once you live a certain lifestyle, It is hard to roll back from that. And that there are just things at every turn that are just sucking you in, sucking you in, sucking you in, right? Because he even goes on, the other big thing that he commented on is there's a line in there, the warm smell of colitis. So colitis has been the subject of a lot of debate in this song. A lot of people think it refers to a plant. And others think that it is a slang word for activities, which is also really pronounced how do you say it?
Coitus.
Coitus.
Yeah.
Right.
I was thinking clitoris, but yeah.
Or just your cousin Cletus who doesn't bathe. I don't know.
Oh my God. Okay. So, but what I did with this song, because I love my Chat GPT, right, is I took the lyrics to this song and I asked Chat to please analyze the lyrics to Hotel California by the Eagles.
All right.
Here is what Chat GPT told me. Certainly, I would be happy to analyze the lyrics to Hotel California by the Eagles. It can be a challenging task as there are many interpretations and meanings that can be derived from the lyrics. However, I will do my best to provide a cohesive explanation of what the lyrics are trying to express. Now, I love it that, Chat GPT thinks it knows what's in Don Henley's mind. The song begins with the narrator driving down a dark desert highway, tired and in need of rest. He stumbles upon the Hotel California, an eerie and mysterious hotel that appears inviting at first glance, but gradually reveals itself to be a place of darkness and decay. The narrator enters the hotel. He encounters a stranger and unsettling characters, including a woman who lit up a candle and a man in the doorway who warns him that you can check in or you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. The hotel itself is described as a place where they stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. The lyrics suggest that the Hotel California is a metaphor for a life of excess and indulgence, where people become trapped in a cycle of addiction and are unable to escape. The beast that cannot be killed represents the insatiable hunger for pleasures and material possessions that consumes the guest of the hotel. The line, "We are all just prisoners here of our own device," suggests that the guests have willingly entered into this lifestyle and are responsible for their own imprisonment. The narrator realizes that he himself has become trapped in this lifestyle and is unable to leave, as symbolized by the line, "You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave." Overall, the lyrics of Hotel California paint a haunting picture of the dangers of excess and the trap of addiction. The song warns against the allure of material possessions and urges listeners to be mindful of their choices and the consequences they may bring. That being said, there are many different interpretations of the song, and some fans and critics have suggested that lyrics have a much deeper meaning, more symbolism related to themes such as the loss of innocence and the darker side of the American dream, or even the afterlife. It's up to the individual listener to interpret the lyrics in their own way and come to their own conclusions. I just found it so amazing how spot on Chat GPT was.
I love how Chat GPT be writing a 500-word statement in 2,000 words.
Yes, I know. Oh, thank you. I know. Chat be having a lot to say.
It loves to repeat itself.
I know. I just thought it was so awesome, though, that it was able to kind of pull out those highlight points about, the underbelly, and then going back to what Henley actually said about the song.
Yeah.
Hayden, do you know that song?
I do. I was singing
okay.
I should hope
earlier.
so.
I was just checking. I mean, you might just know that one line, so.
I don't. So, you want to hear about my ADHD brain?
Sure.
So you were talking about how the song could be referencing a mental asylum.
Yes.
And my brain went, oh yeah, because dude's lost his mind or whatever. And then immediately I flicked over to Pirates of the Caribbean, where he's like, "Nobody move."
I've dropped my brain.
I dropped my brain.
That's good.
I dropped my brain.
Yeah. Why?
Well, because you are a little bit like squirrel.
Yeah. That's very fun.
Squirrel. Yeah. I don't know. I just found that interesting. I tried to pick some songs that I really liked that I also thought maybe wouldn't be doubled down on y'all's list.
Yeah.
So
Well, my list is now empty, so
You've got nothing left?
Yeah, mine too. I'm out of gas.
Oh my god, I've got so many more. So I teased earlier of whether to do death or cheating.
Oh, I do
So
You go ahead. I do still have one that I referenced at the very beginning.
Okay, well, I'm just going to do the death one also. That way nobody's like left going, what was the death one? It's 50 Ways to Say Goodbye by Train.
Oh, yeah.
So he broke up with the girl, but he doesn't want to tell anyone that he broke up with her. So he's like, I'm going to tell people that you died. Like, I'm not going to tell them that you broke up with me. So he just says,
she ever had.
He just says, that's cool, but if my friends ask where you were, or rather, if my friends ask where you are, I'm going to say she was caught in a mudslide, eaten by a lion, got run over by a crappy purple scion. Yeah. Help me. I'm no good at goodbyes. She dried up in the desert, drowned in a hot tub, danced to death at an East Side nightclub. Help me. I'm all out of lies and ways to say you died.
Have you ever seen the video to this song?
Yeah.
So when he
starts off
about
in the supermarket with David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, but so when he talks about the crappy purple scion, she's literally got her head just out like the car window, and a purple scion just comes by and takes her head off. But it's
that's what I was laughing at.
Head.
So the title of the song is 50 Ways to Say Goodbye. Originally, it was titled 50 Ways to Say You Died.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's what I was laughing at, the purple scion, because I don't watch a lot of music videos, but that one I happen to know, and I was like, okay, crappy purple scion. Now I just see the girl's head flying through the air. I'm like, okay. Let the nightmares ensue. Thank you.
Now, I've still got so much on here, but we can call it there if you like.
So the one I referenced earlier, because I don't think I ever said the name, that my generation, like when they found out, were like, oh
yeah, by Foster the People. Yeah. That's on my list.
What's the name of the song?
Pumped Up Kicks.
Pumped Up Kicks. Yeah, it's literally about a kid who finds his dad's gun and shoots up a school
because he wants the other kid's shoes.
Yeah.
He found a 6-shooter gun in his dad's closet with a box of fun things. I don't even know what, but he's coming for you. Yeah, he's coming for you. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks. You better outrun my gun. Better run faster than my bullets.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because the dude just wants his shoes. I'm like, what? Yeah, I even heard that the guy, I can't think of the guy's name that is the lead singer for that group. It's a weird name. But anyhow, he gave an interview about that song one time. And that's what he said. He just, because he grew up poor and he hated that, people had other things that he didn't have.
Mm.
Those episodes long as shit.
It's definitely unhinged.
You know what, though? We can wrap it up by doing what?
Talking about more songs. So anyway, Bruce Springsteen. I'm just kidding. I have 3-4 Springsteen songs on here. It's crazy.
Yeah, Springsteen always has a deep meaning, though. But Hayden is right. He's winner, chicken dinner.
Oh my God! You lost, Dakota.
Oh yeah, you've been on. What is the word I want to say? Oh, you've been dethroned.
No, Hayden I refuse to accept that.
Winner, chicken dinner.
He knows the competition.
This election was stolen from me. This is crazy. I don't know, but I don't know.
All right, shut up, Trump. It's time for Monkey Mischief. And if you don't know what we're talking about, that means, like I say every week, you do not follow us on social media. You should rectify that immediately so that you could play along.
How dare you?
Yeah. So anyhow, you need to go follow us on social media, because every Monday we post the beginning of a dad joke. These are high quality dad jokes. This one here is just, yeah. Okay. Hunted. So it's hunted. How do you say it? Hunted.
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 HUNNIT. Hunted.
Yes. This one right here is hunted. So if you did happen to pass through social media on Monday, I certainly hope you dropped your guess in the comments on this one. How do you make a tissue dance?
Put a little boogie in it.
You put a little boogie in it. You put a little boogie in it. You put a little boogie in it.
Oh my God.
I thought that was so fitting for the music episode, right?
Hayden, Mom sounds like she knows when they first invented chocolate just then.
What?
I remember when they first invented chocolate.
I hate it. Is that anything like, is this the mother of one? Right.
That's exactly what it's like.
Always watching Wazowski.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh.
Talk
If
about
you think
unhinged.
if you think you have a dad joke that is befitting of Monkey Mischief, we would love to hear from you. Please visit us at www.monkeysunfiltered.com. There is a submission form at the bottom of the page. You submit your joke, we voice it on air. Hayden, what happens?
To get a sticker.
Wow.
I got this for you. Fresh off the press.
Right out of the press.
Good Lord.
We will be so ecstatic and excited to send you your very own Monkeys Unfiltered sticker. They are great for indoor, outdoor use. I have mine on the bumper of my Jeep.
You also have a tire cover.
I do. I have a pretty awesome tire cover on the back of my Jeep that mimics our stickers. So, but anyways, that's for another story. This was fun.
Yeah, look, I got caught up for hours looking at this stuff.
I'm sure you did.
I could have gone on for quite a bit longer.
All right.
Maybe
so
we do
next
a part two.
Next episode is just Jason, just talking about the rest of his list.
Yeah, dude. For
Be
real.
sure you tune in for that.
Or I might just sprinkle one in like Monkey Mischief just at the end of every episode. Also
There
this
you go.
one.
Also this. Right. Did you know this?
Right.
Right. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. The way you just said, did you know, it made me think of Justin on TikTok. So listen, did you know?
Listen, did you know? I'm going to be so sad when TikTok goes away.
He posted his like farewell video today.
Farewell.
It was like, I was like, damn. This sucks.
A lot of people have been posting them, and I'm just like,
well,
it's like I told you earlier.
Stone that it's going away yet.
Well, I think they're pretty much.
Elon Musk has offered to buy out China on it.
So is Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Speaking of Mr. Beast,
remember watching Beast games.
Wait, but let me tell you what happened. Right? And for anybody who's watching Beast games, you can share my frustration. Like I didn't know who Mr. Beast was. Right? I just was looking for some mindless TV, and this looked like a cross between Squid Games and Survivor, and a few other of those stupid game shows. And I thought, okay, I'll watch this. So I'm kind of getting into it, and I text Hayden and I say, hey, you guys need to check out Beast Games on Prime. And he's like, no, I don't like Mr. Beast. I'm like, I don't know who that is. He starts telling me who he is and why he doesn't like him. I'm like, oh, that's too bad. The show's funny. So I got all into it, right? And I'm watching it. Last night I'm watching it, and they're down to the last two people who supposedly are going to win this $1.8 million island, which I don't understand how you pluck people out of poverty and then they win an island that they got to pay taxes and maintenance and stuff. I don't understand that. But anyhow, it's down to the last two people, and they give these heartfelt speeches about, oh, you deserve it. Oh, you're such a nice person. Oh my God. And then the show goes off. And that's when I first realized I'm watching real time. Like the whole season isn't out. Mm-hmm. I now have to wait for the next episode to come out, and which means I'll never know who wins the island or who wins the $5 million, because I will never go back and finish the show. They need to drop the entire season all at one time. But I did enter the Money Lion $4 million giveaway contest.
So there is an unbelievable amount of controversy surrounding Mr. Beast and Beast Games specifically. In addition,
I had no idea who he was. Hayden sort of filled me in, and
look,
I
have no strong opinion about any. Look, objectively, Mr. Beast does some really good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Hayden did say that,
but there is some very weird things that happen.
He's genuinely, I think, a good guy.
Yeah, 100%.
Done some stupid things.
Yep. Well,
that's me.
and you got to
I'm not a
remember he
guy.
started when he was a teenager, so like
Right.
you don't always know
How
what
many
you're
stupid
doing when
things
you
did
start
you
out.
do as a teenager?
Right.
I don't know.
Right. And then that's what I'm saying.
Climb the lights at the stadium in Jacksonville.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. So now I'll never know who wins the island. If somebody listening is also a Beast Game watcher and you stick with it,
There aren't any.
Let me know. I know.
Okay.
Anyways,
that show is just a really bad YouTube video for a really long time.
It's not bad. It's funny.
Okay.
It's very comedic.
Anyways, I'm glad you enjoy it. I couldn't take all that screaming and yelling at me for that long.
So he doesn't scream and yell at people.
Okay.
I haven't heard him scream and yell at people.
Okay. We will see you people next week. This is the longest ending to an episode I've ever been a part of.
This is a southern ending.
True. Where you stand out in the parking lot for 30 minutes. Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, I agree. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in. This was fun. We'll do more at some point, and
we'll be back next week. Yeah. Ciao.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so I think I left off getting ready to go into my song, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, no, that was an hour ago. I don't remember.
I know. Good Lord. So...